What up YouTube, Topaz Yates back for another review, and because it's a slow day right here, man, I decided I wanted to go back and touch on this project, the Wiz Khalifa Fly Times Volume 1, The Good Fly Young. As I'm going to give this one the green light because this is easily the best project to come out of 420. And I don't just mean that as the commercial industry, I mean on the underground as well. Like, this 420 was rather lackluster on a massive scale because usually you get a lot of quality projects to come out on this time, people celebrating 420, the smoking holiday and all that, man, but really didn't happen this time on any level. But to be real with you, man, this project was solid enough to be a green light, not just on this lackluster 420 day, but also on just a normal day, because this is some solid Wiz doing what he does best. Because we all should know by now, Wiz is no lyricist. He'll never be a lyricist. You feel me? What he does best is create the proper vibe and create quality songs as he gets production and has a unique and good flow to go on top of it, and his hooks be on point at times, you feel me? Like, and that's what he did for the bulk load of this project, where you can really ride to it all the way through. It's all a super smoker, straight through type of project, and this is exactly what he does best. Now, am I saying that I liked every single song? No, there's really only 3 songs on here that I really rock with, but yet I could understand if other people will like more, because the vibes of it was pretty good. See, my favorite songs off this would be one, You Don't Have to Hide, where there's no core concept here. He's really just attempting to spit some balls and all of this stuff, when he's saying things like, okay, I got a card for every bump that's on your dirty face, where it's not a potent punchline, but you can see that he's trying here. And how he's saying things like, how are you showing up late for work, but yet you pretending to be a boss? Even though, I mean, logically, that's not all the way true, because, you know, bosses tend to be late to their own shop a bunch because they own it and nobody else is going to say anything. But yet, I mean, it makes a lot of sense in the grand scheme of, okay, you're not on top of your business. You're not really doing it if you're not the first one in, the last one out of your door of the business that you operate. Because people can claim that they're bosses. Anybody can claim that they're a boss, but yet it's the people who put in the work that actually succeed from it. As he tried to make it into a bar where that bar fell flat again, but yet the vibe, the production, his flow, that makes that song really good. My next favorite song would be that Taylor Life, where really it's all him just going in on the weed lifestyle and how he's living it, as the production and the flow and the delivery and everything about that joint was solid except for the lyrics. And my last favorite song would be that All For You, where this particular song did have a concept, where what he's talking about on here is being a provider, but yet he's going in a whole bunch of different elements in order to show the things that he's providing, whether it's the money, the jewels, the ability to go out and shop, or the smoking that he does consistently, or the ultimate lifestyle that he lives. That's what he's providing for not only his women, but yet his closest homies and stuff. As in this song, he again displays his subpar bars that they're not like completely garbage. Like how he said that he was once a student of the game, now he's more like the faculty. Well, that's dope, because, you know, the saying, a student of the game is someone who sits up and reads and understands whatever division of industry that they decide to be in, so that they can go ahead and do their own thing, and then you ultimately become a staple of that industry if you do what you're supposed to do. And he's applying that same terminology to school terminology, which is cool, but I'm not saying that that's a potent bar though. If you want potent bars, then you don't have to look no farther than, say, Chevy's bars. A track that's off of this, which was no production behind it, just a limited amount of bars, where this should have been a whole song, but yet Chevy was doing his thing. Like how he said, I'm Stevie Wonder, how I get paid off of these keys, but I never see them. Like, that was cool, because when you look at Stevie Wonder, the individual who's blind, he gets paid to do music, but he's never seen the actual piano. But yet the best drug dealers that's out there in the game, they're more like the bank, with the money that they put up finances the drugs that come to the streets, but yet they never see nor touch it. Like, that's exactly what they was talking about in The Wire on how Stringer Bell became the bank. And I also like how Chevy Woods had some wordplay going throughout this brief verse right here, man. How he's saying, I took his honey from him, and she told him that he wants to be us, as in a bumblebee, not just bee. Because he had a buzz, but that was a light year. Like, pretty much continuing the bee, like, terminology, but then switches it up with a Toy Story reference with Buzz Lightyear. Like, this was solid. Like, if only Chevy Woods would write all of Wiz Khalifa's bars, then you would have the best of what they have to offer and possibly can create some great music. But clearly we're at a point where Wiz ain't never gonna do that, and you know, he already got the fan base, he already got the success, so why do he actually have to do that? I'm just saying, like, to be a great individual in this game, to be rated as like a top 5 of all time, that everybody wants to put people on these lists, you have to be a lyricist. I mean, look at it like this. In Lil Wayne's first variation, when he was doing The Block Is Hot and all of this stuff, wasn't nobody thinking of Lil Wayne as greatest rapper alive, top 5 of all time. Nobody was thinking about him like that. It was only until Gilly the Kid started writing for him, and then he took that style and format and started doing it himself, that he ultimately have gotten into that discussion, because not only has he dominated Summers year on and year out and stuff, but yet he also was super heavy with the punchline bars, to the point that he was getting respect amongst his peers for his lyricism. And that's something that you must have to be considered as a great. Wiz will go down as one of the dopest. He'll go down like how Snoop Dogg is going down as one of the greatest OGs of the game, but ain't nobody saying that Snoop Dogg is one of the greatest rappers. And neither will anybody say that about Wiz unless he steps up his lyricism, where he's not going to do it unless somebody ghostwrites for him. But overall, a very enjoyable project, man. One I definitely recommend if you guys haven't got a chance to peep it. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Definitely go ahead and get that joint. I hope you enjoyed the show. You can follow me at Twitter up there, and you can go to downloadpads.com, that's down there, to read today's article.